Internet, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today's DIY project is fun, easy, and also super useful, and to top it all off, it is going to be a birthday present for my mom, and I'll probably make one for myself too. We are making a DIY herb garden, and this project will have enough room for 3 different herbs to include. So I'll show you what I picked when I get to the materials here. And I think I found some really cute materials in a way to make this a compact but still usable herb garden. And like I said, it's super easy and a lot of fun to make, so you're just going to need to start out with some basic materials to get started. For this particular project, you will need something that will hold all of your plant containers. So for this, I'm using a rectangular wooden crate. It's about 15 inches by 6 inches. And I made sure I had my herb containers with me when I bought this, so I knew what size I needed. I am using terracotta pots. They are about 4.3 inches across the top, and you definitely want to make sure you have the trays that go underneath them. Terracotta pots are great because they do have a drainage hole on the bottom, and because they're made out of clay, they are very breathable, which is great for the plant. You're going to want some craft paint, and of course you can pick any colors you'd like. And I wanted to add some embellishment, so I bought these cute little chalkboard signs, and I'm going to use a chalk marker to write the name of each herb and then stick it into each plant. And last, but of course not least, you will need your herbs. I wanted to pick 3 herbs that I knew my mom would use in the kitchen, so I went with parsley, basil, and my personal favorite, rosemary. Now it's time to start putting everything together. The first thing you are going to want to do is paint your crate. I decided to use a taupe gray to paint the crate, and I wanted to use a neutral color so my mom had some options as to where she could put this plant and it wouldn't clash with the room. If you want, you can first prime the wood with just a base coat of white, but I kind of wanted a rustic look, so I just went over it with a thin layer of the taupe. I highly recommend sanding the crate first because it's a lot easier to paint on smooth wood than it is on rough. From there, it's time to move on to potting the herbs. You'll notice that I did not paint the terracotta pots. This is partially just because I like the way they look on their own, but also painting the outside can affect the breathability of the clay, and that's not what you want. So it's best to either leave your terracotta just plain or use a different type of pot if you do want something with color. From here, I started writing the herb names on my little chalkboard signs. I definitely recommend practicing a couple times before you write on the sign, because with the chalk marker you really only have one shot. So since I'm giving this as a gift, I wanted to go the extra mile and make these little information cards for each herb. They say how much sun the plant needs, how much water they need, and what dishes they work best with when cooking. Now comes my absolute favorite part, assembling. I took all of my pieces and put the herb garden together. Because my parsley plant was so large, I decided to put it in the middle just to help things stay symmetrical. And that's it! Super simple and cute herb garden. The fresh herbs smell amazing, and it'll be so nice to have something like this in the house. I will for sure have to make one of these for myself in the future. My husband loves to cook, and having fresh rosemary around is a must. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like, and comment below with any suggestions you have for future videos. And I will see you next time.